Breakfast Club is dismantled. And I just feel like by default I'm going to go home next. Because all I have now is shame. I had an opportunity to get in a video immunity idol and I chose rice.
Thank you.
I'm very glad Steffi has left. To me, I needed to break that praying mantis alliance. And I would never in a million years have guessed that it would happen so soon and that they would turn on each other.
My name's gonna be next, Steffi Marion. My name's gonna be next, and what can you do? You can't do anything. My game is literally And you know what is the most mind-boggling thing? Like, you knew Middle Handers has advantages. You know it. And you kept them. All I've been doing out here is trying to protect, especially, but I gave you my word that I had his back.
What do you reckon the time is?
10 and 10 o'clock. And you know the saddest thing is, probably up at 9.
Reckon?
Yeah.
Good morning.
Yeah, Marion right now is in self-destruct mode. She's quite upset. Anger is not misplaced. I do understand the frustration.
Well done. She's left away
You're the cuckest human being in the world for portraying a friend. Dude, I thought it's cool, we can make this plan and then get Meryl out, quick. Now I'm like, oh crap, don't make the dumbest move ever. Oh man, I don't know how I'm gonna fix this.
Waking up and realizing that for the last 25 days, the people and the relationships that I've built are now severed. I know that I was saved and I'm so grateful, but there hasn't been history with the people that have now presented me with my carriage of salvation. So it's like a bad divorce. So, like so many people are affected by a bad divorce. And so, yeah, I feel lonely.
Basically, I just need to know from Dina what the Steffi vote was about. Like, was it a vote against Marion? Or was it a vote for Dino to kind of give himself permission in the game to grow? And if Dino in the game is growing, is Marion there with him? Or is Dino against Marion? Straight up. Do you feel that it's better for your game to work with Middle?
No, not at all. Because knowing now what I know with all the advantages, obvious. That's why I'm gonna keep saying, that move was never against you. It was never to not work with you. Now that I understand the implication, it's like, well, what a stupid move. I get why she feels betrayed. I feel like a terrible human being for lying to her and misleading her. But at the end of the day, I also need to play. And now that, she's got one fewer options and she needs me, I'm of more value to her now than I was before. And she's of more value to me because she's actually coming forward with information she previously withheld. We're not dead in the water. The game's not over. We've got this advantage at a point that comes into effect at day 32. We just need to get there.
That's your advantage, and I'm going to be straight with you. I have nothing.
There.
Like literally the only thing I have or had was diplomatic immunity.
Now you have an advantage. You may gift the save the date to anyone in your tribe. If you are voted out with the save the date, you will be able to bequeath it to someone who is still in the game. This is me putting my literal money where my mouth is.
Myself and Dino had a good chat, and Dino realized that he can trust me, and he showed me his save the date advantage. And to me, that solidifies that Dino does trust me.
You would be the perfect individual to represent and win the season. And I'm not saying that from your love for the game alone and the way you stayed connected all the time and the respect you have for the game and the way you play it, you know, like this whole narrative of having a potential GOAT, somebody who's just kind of riding along, going with the flow, like who doesn't have that love and respect for the game. I'm like tired of that, because when last did we have somebody who actually loves the game in South Africa win this game? When last?
Although I'm still playing this game and I'm still in the running for the title, I need to ensure that the best possible person wins this game. That there's a strong brand ambassador for Season 9, because I love this game so much. And that's where myself and Dino bond, you know? We have that in common, and it's refreshing out here to have someone who respects the game so much as I do.
How are you feeling this morning?
Yeah, last night happened. But I want to chat to you because I've just been thinking now, since I am like threat number 1, apparently, or you threat number 1 and I'm threat number 2, whatever order it is, I really think it serves us within our best interest to keep each other in the game.
Absolutely.
Because if one of us are gone, the next person is the target.
Yeah.
The people that I've been playing this game the closest with have come for me. It was a failed assassination attempt, but they are still coming. And so my only option is the safe refuge that has been presented to me. And actually, it's people that I've wanted to work with.
So how much do you trust Dino, Phil, and Felix?
I mean, they've just saved me.
They saved you,
They've
but
saved, like,
But remember, it was for their game as well.
I understand.
More for
Well,
their
everything
game.
is for your
Yeah,
own game.
yeah.
Like, literally every move
Yeah.
you make is for your own game. I know that the 3 Yontao guys, Philip, Felix, and Dino, have been playing the game together all the time, so they trust each other. And so I might be at the bottom of those numbers, but I know for sure that I'm in with those numbers. And that's why I'm putting all my eggs in that basket, and hopefully that is what's going to get us to top 5.
We need a no BS body corporate, right? I'm calling an official body corporate, right?
Last night's vote is tough, and today the feeling I feel is this constant conflict of what I have to do to actually play the game and what I feel morally is just against every ounce of my being. And it's a constant struggle, but I know I have to do that.
Meryl is tied with us. Okay. Yes. Yes. The crux of the matter is she has to go. Okay? We can't have someone with a sword, a gun, grenades, everything. Right?
Power, bro.
And
So-
social game, and
That too.
she's a physical threat.
That too.
The plan right now is to ultimately blindside Miro. She's too powerful at the moment with too many advantages. It just doesn't feel like an even playing field.
Tajan again, I would bring on board at like the last second.
Not for a move against her.
No.
You leave him
Leave him out.
But Marion,
but-
I guarantee you, would be on board for that.
They are so pissed off at her.
I know, but that's what I'm saying.
So whatever happens, they'll be on board.
And Kilon, great. Yeah.
So I'm gonna stay close to her. Felix is gonna stay close to Middle. Dino's gonna have easy chats with her. And we're gonna lay down an alternative plan for her to believe. But the plan is to vote her out and for it to be a blindside. because that's the only way she's going home.
Dino once, I had a heart-to-heart with Dino, and you know I have a read on people. He said he'd rather lose to people who's playing the game and who respects the game, as opposed to Tasia and Kilani and Nero.
I have what you would call ill feelings towards Dino. Some of it is because I want a bit of revenge for Steffi, but the other because he's the last of any sort of significant player in this game so far. I mean, other than Marion, of course, Dino can come up with 5 moves where everyone else can come up with 1 or 2. So that is disruptive. For me, in a perfect world, Dino.
You know, those boys are not going to play with her. Then I promise you.
Well, look, if no better information comes up, what choice do we have? I'm kind of invigorated, eh? But now let's up.
Shane is a little bit volatile. He wants to cause he has no patience. He's choosing to play reckless rather than smart. Whereas me, I've been building my resume up with all these little bits. And at the end of the day, when I look back, I'll have a big resume to talk about. It won't necessarily consist of these massive, gigantic moves, but it will be important moves. It will be pivotal moves. It will be moves that made sense. Smarter moves.
Marion isn't looking at me. Marion has no intention of talking to me. And it's a hard pill to swallow. I don't understand how I will get the cold shoulder.
You on the flipper.
It's fascinating to me.
You on the flipper, that's why.
It's really fascinating.
Never mind what they want to do, it's what you did.
I think out of everyone, I was probably the closest with Marion out here. And vice versa, at least that's what I thought. So, like, if you're playing a game, at some point there is a distinction between real relationships and gameplay. But it doesn't seem like she can make that distinction. In fact, it seems like she's made a choice. Marion, let's just not be awkward. There was a move made.
I'm not awkward with you.
You haven't looked me in the eye. That is,
Yes, you look mean now.
Yes, I looked you in the eye last night and I saw the way
I'm not awkward with you.
Oh, I should look together. I should have actually washed. The light up was.
My irritation with Meryl, it's not that she made a move. It's how fake she's become around camp. When I look at Meryl, her social game is not flawless and effortless. She's an actress, so she's acting. And I can see it, but the most beautiful thing is that everyone else can see it.
Why didn't you come and tell me whether you decided what they were doing?
Yeah. So Steffi's voted out, and it's the biggest shock for me. That was my plan that I conveyed to Shane. They did it for me. So that saves me with that uncomfortable situation. I counted myself lucky for that. And now I have to go for the next piece, which is Meryl.
Well, I was hoping to get Meryl out. She's got a lot of things.
If you did settle that name, it's just that I can spell that.
But I need you. Support now. You and I have been in cahoots with you since time.
You've protected.
And I protected you.
Kilani. Right now in the game, I'm perplexed by her. She's reminding me that she saved me, which, to be fair, like, she didn't really save me. I was always protected in that Seamus, like, debacle, but whatever. You know, and she's, like, trying to bring me on board for a Meryl move that's already, like, she's, like, 18 hours late for, you know? So, I don't know if she's genuinely, like, just a couple of days behind the game, or if she's just trying to trip me up to use something against me, and I don't think she's that switched on to do it.
You're not going to like this, but I've got Dino on board. He's happy to work with us.
Which is what, for Meryl?
Yes.
Dino's driving that.
No, it's not. I'm driving it. I started it.
You know what worries me?
Okay,
This is what worries me here, is that we all think and we vote Meryl. And the four of them get together or four of them...
And vote one of us.
And vote one of us. We need to have a plan B.
Right now, I'm thinking Tajan.
I have two people in my alliance that, honestly, are the most ridiculous social players in the history of the game, maybe. Kalani has got this weird kind of... I don't even know what it is. I try and work it out.
No, we don't rush into it.
I can't work with her. But, Tajan is, I don't know if he's acting or pretends to be semi-insane from the lack of food. But, he's a bit skittish also. So I really don't have many options. Marion seems to be in love with the Dino option of voting Meryl out tonight. I'm on board with that, but to trust Dino after what he did at the last tribal council with that blind side of Steffi, it's tough for me to trust him.
Someone kept pulling the blankets from that side. I had fighting all night.
Day 27, and I don't really feel secure for the first time in this game. I am now needing to trust or work alongside people that I haven't been from day one. However, I'm a little bit irritated with Shane. He now wants to vote Dino out, which makes absolutely no sense because who's going to vote Dino? Myself and Shane, and then what? He just wants to make this big explosive moves, and those big explosive moves are not smart for my game at this point.
I've either got to play against Dino, which I've been going to do for a while, or I've got to trust him and you. I mean, trust you in terms of your interpretation of him. Why do you believe
I'm not
in
loyal
Dino?
to them.
No, why do you believe in Dino?
Because what other options here?
We fake.
I told
Okay, here's an
him
option.
that Meryl has the tribal pass. I told him she has another advantage from the outpost. And that scared them.
What could potentially happen is Meryl plays a pass, and then they've blindsided one of us again.
Meryl's not playing the pass. Meryl's too comfortable.
But tell me how you know this.
I just have a feeling, Shane. And if you want to go against it and blindside Dino, then that's what you must do.
How are you in bed with the enemy so quickly and so absolutely sure that what he's telling you is what he wants? Like, for me, it doesn't make sense. I mean, surely you need longer to come up with such a steadfast opinion, after he's just blindsided you so completely. And I hope it isn't what I think it is, and that she's being desperate and being taken in by Dino, because then Marion has changed significantly as a person and as a player. So we're at the crossroads, Marion and I.
Come on over. Morning, everybody.
Good morning, Nico.
Crazy how the weather shifts in these parts, right? Sun already beating down on us. And we haven't even gotten started. You're ready to get to your next individual immunity challenge.
Yeah.
Dino, you know what that means? Come on over. Thank you. There it is. Once again, individual immunity up for grabs. If you win it, you're safe for another day in this game. Losers, somebody's going home. Here's how it's going to work. For today's challenge, you'll maneuver a peg through a maze from behind a locked gate. Solve the maze, you release a key, unlock the gate, and then you can set about completing the block puzzle. You need to stack those blocks so that there are no repeating colors. First person to do that successfully wins this challenge and individual immunity. Guaranteed safety from the vote at Tribal Council. For the losers, this adventure will come to an end for one person. Everybody with me?
Yep.
You're ready to do this?
Yeah.
Draw for spots, get you into position. All right, let's do this. We've drawn for spots. Everybody behind bars. Salan, playing for individual immunity. Survivors ready? Go! And they're off. Everyone feeling the way across that maze. Right from the get-go, you are working blind. No way to see what you're doing. You have to feel your way, build a picture in your mind, and then maneuver that peg accordingly. It is crazy tough. Oh, feeling his way to the center. Just when you think you have it, you run into a dead end in that maze. You have to feel your way through again. And everybody's working blind. Meryl seems to be using a unique technique. Marion reaching through there with both arms. Dino has his key. First one out of the maze. Dino is through, moving on to the puzzle part of this. Great head start there for Dino. Everybody else still struggling to make their way through. Felix now has his key released. He unlocks his gate. Felix moving on hot on Dino's tracks. Everybody else still working at getting through that maze. Now it gets frustrating. Why are they out and you're still stuck? Phil now moving on to the next part of the challenge. 3 people through. Everybody else still struggling to solve that maze. It's a mind bender. Meryl feeling her way through that maze. Marion trying the same. Kilani maneuvering that peg. Tajan struggling with that peg. Shane struggling to get through that maze. Felix, Dino, and Phil already on the block part of this challenge. If you think the maze is tough, you ain't seen nothing. Dino with a head start. Felix hot on his tracks. And Phil now in on it as well. But it's a tough puzzle. Stack those boxes. No repeating colors on any one of the sides. Meryl has her key released. Meryl now hustling to get that lock open so she can get in on the puzzle part. Meryl now racing in. Now we have 4 on the block part of this challenge. Shane has his key. Shane now rushing to get in on this. At this point of the game, anything can happen. Tajan, Kilani, and Marion feeling the frustration are the only 3 left out of this challenge at this point. And here's the thing with the block puzzle part of this challenge. It can be solved at any moment by anyone who's busy stacking right now. Marion feeling around with a hand. Tajan feeling with his hand. Kilani now got a hand in there. Everybody stacking and removing blocks. Just when you think you have it, you notice there's a repeat on one side. Marion getting close to the center of that maze. Is she right? Yes, she is. Marion has her key release. Let's go. Tajan and Kilani now still stuck on that maze, trying to figure it out. Marion now getting in on it. Marion taking her time. Tajan now coming close. Tajan is free. No time to waste. You need to get in on this. And just like that, we have 7 castaways on the final part of this challenge. And anybody can take it. Everybody feeling the urgency now. Everybody racing to get this done. And anyone can get it at any point, no matter what point you start. It is a crazy, mind-bending challenge. Dino started with a lead in this. And now we are on even kill. Everybody except Kilani. Individual immunity up for grabs. Guaranteed another day in this game.
Nico! Nico!
Marion thinks she has it. Nico! She does! Wins individual immunity. Coming out of nowhere. She takes it. What did you say? You know you're never going to win the immunity.
Well done! Well done.
Marion, let me speak the words I think everyone is thinking right now. What just happened?
I don't know, Nico. I guess there's a survivor god on my side today, and like I can't believe that I actually won because I made peace with the fact that, you know, I wasn't the challenge piece and that I was never going to win a necklace, but this is an absolute dream come true. Like, I'm so proud of myself right now. Like, there aren't words. This is like literally a dream come true.
Well, testament again to the fact that in this game, you just never give up because it's not over till it is. Tajan, So close again.
I just got the sequence right through blind luck, and Marion just put me to the post. But I prefer the 1 in 8 chance of winning 2 million.
Well, you are inching closer and closer every time, so maybe next time, right?
Maybe next time.
But this time, Marion, it belongs to you. Come and get it.
Yeah!
Please.
Challenge, please. Challenge, please. Well done.
I've never been more proud of myself in my life.
Give a hug.
Very well-deserved win right there, everybody. And not only that, but Marion is now safe from the vote at Tribal Council. At this point in the game, that's huge power. Everybody else, fair game. Marion, you have a 1 in 7 shot. Taking the title of sole survivor and the 2 million that goes along with it. Everybody wants that.
Yep.
Well done. Congratulations. I'll see you all tonight at Tribal Council. Somebody's going home. Grab your stuff, everybody. Off you go.
With this necklace, I know that I'm only safe for 24 hours in the game. As soon as I get back from Tribal Council, I'm once again a target. I am hoping and praying that Meryl goes home, that the boys did a good enough job to ensure that she doesn't use her Tribal Council pass. And if she does use her Tribal Council pass, I'm really praying that Tejan goes home.
Know that now that Marion has power, I know who she wants out. That's Meryl. We just need to discuss how we can deflect.
Can we talk later?
I mean, what?
Okay, sorry. Hey?
I know it's not your fault, but I mean, this goes. Come on.
After I lost the challenge again, I lost it to the worst possible person, Marion. And I know the 2 people she wanted out right now would be Meryl and myself. And if Meryl had the Tribal Council pass and Meryl leaves, that just leaves me.
If she plays it, it shows distrust within our alliance. She's not gonna do that. You looking at trying to hit targets that, because you think they're gunning for you, sure they're gunning for you. Yeah, dude, they've been gunning you for weeks.
Yes,
right?
but I'm really on the chopping block tonight. Meryl plays it. Is it?
No, they are bigger targets than you. The guy is just not reliable. That guy frustrates me, man. Like, all he has to do is just keep quiet. Solid, you're good to go. And Tajan will go and mess it up. That's why I always let him know at number 99, this is the plan, because then you ensure that he can't mess it up.
Once again, I'm at risk. I do have some, advantages in my back pocket, but I need to find a way to use them in a way that not only saves me, but also gives us longevity into the game. Light bulb! I'm going to send Marion back to camp. She doesn't have a vote. And then we're left with the 2, Shane and Kilani, and we are 5, so we split the votes on them. And if they have anything, one of them still goes home.
I couldn't help myself. I called him like a little bit. So.
Why did you tell him anything?
Sorry.
So,
you go.
This is genius level, dude. This is how advantage are meant to be used. Holy because I'll be honest with you, I haven't felt entirely safe. This protects all of us.
Only one.
Protects
All safe.
every single one of us, dude. That is brilliant. Harold.
he's Tajan.
Don't tell him all.
I don't tell him the full story.
No, give me info. The move is on Meryl. We know this. But we also know she's got a Tribal Council pass, so we've got to make her feel so secure in this move that she doesn't play it for herself. I feel like a pretty human being having to stoop to those depths to get that reaction. If dipping into the dark side is what you've got to do, then do it, I suppose, because at some stage it's either you or me, and out here, the answer's always got to be me.
Listen. Go.
Who do you want to know?
Oh, no.
What?
It's not. It's fine. It's fine. We're just having a chat in the shade. It's cooler. That's why we're here.
So, that was so obvious. That's obvious, but anyway.
Today's tribal council, I have done the legwork, but there's a lot of scampering going and whispering going on. And I'm not involved in any of that, and that makes me really weary. It's hard not to look desperate at this point in time when I feel this way.
The plan is for Meryl to play the tribal pass, so she uses it up, yeah, for Marion. Baron goes back to camp. Shane, Kilani. We can split the votes either way we like it, and it's guaranteed one of them goes home, no matter what they do.
Oh, wow. Thank you, my man.
Oh, not me, bro. I mean, we're all together.
I'm glad we're still together. Sure, gentlemen. Now I can have a beautiful wash. I'm recharged already, though.
Well done.
Yeah.
If you just give him enough information to feel involved.
Then we have him.
You know, bringing him into the fold with what's happening, knowing that he's okay with Meryl going home, builds that level of trust with him and saying like, hey, you can make moves with us. You can trust us. He's a part of this move. He's agreed to the move. This is if he sticks to it and, you know, follows through with what he says.
I'm going to send Marion home with the tribal council pass.
Is it null and void there?
No, she comes home.
Huh?
She comes home. She doesn't vote.
Yes.
Fudge nuts.
This game, ish.
Yeah, you're actually the last person to know now.
Meryl, I'm the guy who's got your back number one, above all of these buggers. There's an element of guilt. I don't see any other way that I can do this. The only other way is to sit back and let everyone play the game, but I'm not playing. And at the same time, I would hate to get my torch snuffed out having not played. And it just feels like the weight of it and the expense or casualties becomes more painful as I go down this road.
Hi, buddy. I just got the disconcerting...
No. What?
Okay, okay. Let me hear what you guys are.
Okay, no. What did you hear?
The travel pause.
Yes.
Why is it
That's just gonna-
disconcerting?
What should you do?
That's just gonna knock out,
You're saying who? Come on, say it, bro. Finish.
Mary.
Why is it disconcerting?
No, I'm just... Because I was standing there thinking, that's not gonna make a difference. Right?
No, yes, but
Doesn't make a
remember,
difference because she doesn't play for us.
she's gonna feel so after this, bro. She
You're
voted
gonna feel
herself.
tomorrow.
Because she
That's
voted
all.
herself out. That's.
Tribal Council tonight. At the moment, things are really looking up. Well, I hope that's the case, because it seems like everything is just falling into place. Does it feel too good to be true? Yes. That's what I'm worried about right now, because when things feel too good to be true, it's most likely you.
Don't speak, just listen. She's playing the tribal council boss for you to come back here. The tribal council boss is out. We're all voting out.
But how can she play for me when I'm the idol?
Doesn't matter. She plays it so that you leave tribal council
So that I can't cast a vote.
against her.
Wow. Well Well done. I love you.
This is insane. Like, the fan in me is screaming at the possibility of Meryl sending me back to camp with her pass, and then the boys turning around and blindsiding her.
I think my only extra move here would be to play the 50-50 coin and not completely the tribal council pass. It's a massive risk and it's really exciting as well, but I also don't want to leave, the game with a bag full of pouches. So yeah, I'm keen. I'm ready for this.
Tejan, you were either way off the mark or right on the money when it comes to where the center of power in this tribe lay. Which one do you think it is?
Right on the money. The two remaining females in that alliance are now on opposing factions, as far as I see it, as far as I hope. And it's opened up the game, I believe.
Meryl, does that mean that you're a target tonight? You had 4 votes at the last tribe.
I have been a target for a while, Nico. And from what I hear, it's because I've been sitting with advantages.
Not because you were part of the majority?
If I was part of the majority, then why would the majority turn?
There's a lot of disinformation, incorrect information, misinformation. Like, I don't even know how to call it anymore. And I think the mistake is made, instead of just hearing something and checking with those people that you claim is in an alliance with you, shots were fired, and then other shots had to be fired. And now we're sitting in this mess.
All right, well, Marion, if it was something that Tejan brought to light, does that mean you and Meryl are next in line?
I think if I wasn't sitting with this on my neck tonight, I would definitely be the next person voted out. Because even with this necklace, I ain't had one conversation today that involved strategy.
All right, well, there's clearly some sort of animosity going on between the two of you. Am I assessing it correctly?
I think you are. 100%, Nico.
Meryl, why did you and Marion not talk today before Tribal, if there's so much left unsaid?
I'm not sure.
Marion?
She's now the popular girl at camp, so everyone's speaking to Meryl. And I think Meryl was just more in demand than I was, I guess. I don't know. I don't know why that is.
I don't feel like I was the popular girl. Maybe it can be confirmed through other people. Maybe people don't want to say anything, but I definitely didn't have a lot of chats today.
Kilani, it seems to be dangerous to be in any sort of center of power right now.
Absolutely. The more you can blend, the better.
But you're playing for 2 million and the title of sole survivor. The problem is, when you're sitting on the end, you've got to have game to show for it. Dino, you agree with that?
Sure, everyone wants to squeeze game into what's left, but at the end of the day, like, the first thing that has to happen in Outwits, Outplay, Outlast, the first thing that has to happen is the Outlast part.
All right, so if you Outlast and you sit at the final 2, who would you rather sit next to? Someone that you can beat or someone that's a worthy contender?
If you're passionate about this game and you feel that the game is bigger than you, then for the sake of the game, you do want a worthy contender because you also want to be a part of a season that's remembered. If you feel you can only beat one person out there, then maybe you latch onto that person and try to ride that train in. But if you feel that you are playing a game, then it doesn't matter who you sit next to, you stand a chance.
Let's talk about GOAT play. Meryl, GOAT play is not a bad strategy. Again, if you squeeze enough game into the end, right?
Yeah, I hate giving people labels.
And yet it happens, doesn't it?
It does happen, and it is a proven strategy to get to the end in that way and to sit at the end with someone who didn't necessarily play that much of a game. But there is still a lot of game to be played, so I don't think we can assign labels just yet because of what's to come.
Also, there's so many interpretations of worthy. They could be the exact opposite of your idea of worthy, but you have to respect their game. So you just have to have an open mind about that so that you are sitting in the end.
I think rather than assigning labels, what we want to really determine is that there are, in fact, various ways to get to the end.
Absolutely.
And in a season like this, to figure out which is the best way to go. You might even be thinking about the jury. Is that something that's on your mind, Meryl?
I think you'd be silly not to think about the jury at this point.
Marion, you thinking about the jury?
I think especially a returning season, there's not one person sitting here, whether you're on this side or on the jury, that I can say isn't a true fan of the game or doesn't respect the game. Consider the jury, absolutely, but you also have to trust that everyone out here has such a deep love for the game that whether you hurt them, burnt them, blindsided them, that ultimately they will vote for the person who played the better game and who represents the season.
Okay. Does anyone want to say anything else before we go to the vote?
Okay. Oh, my heart is beating so fast. I've told a trusted few in this game about this advantage. It then became one of the reasons to get me out. I have a tribal council pass. Today, I'm using it to send Marion back to camp.
Wow.
All right. Well, Marion, this is a tribal council pass. What this means is you'll head back to camp. You will not get to vote, and no votes can be cast against your name, which would have been the case anyway because you have individual immunity.
Am I allowed to give this up and still leave?
Of course you can. You have individual immunity. It's yours to give.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
This gets weirder by the minute. Phew. Wow.
Grab your stuff. Off you go.
Bye.
Bye.
Did not expect that, but it goes well with Pink. I mean, let's just be honest.
All right, it is time to vote. Shane, that necklace goes very well with your outfit. It also grants you immunity. That means no votes can be cast against your name. You are safe. Everybody else is fair game.
Wish I could have planned this.
Shane, you're up first. I'll get the votes. If anyone's in possession of a hidden immunity idol or an advantage in the game and you would like to play it, now would be the time to do that. Once the votes are read, the decision is final. The person voted out must leave the tribal council area immediately. I'll read the votes. Kilani. Merrill. One vote Merrill, one vote Kilani. Merrill. That's 2 votes Merrill, 1 vote Kilani. Kilani. 2 votes Kilani, 2 votes Merrill. Merrill. That's 3 votes Merrill, 2 votes Kilani. Merrill.
Well done, guys.
4 votes Merrill, 2 votes Kilani.
Villainy. Treachery.
The 13th person voted out of Return of the Outcasts and the 4th member of our jury. Merrill.
Well done. Well done.
Merrill, need to bring me a torch?
Mooi.
My thanks.
Oh, well, Merrill. Merrill, tribe has spoken.
They have.
Well, trust in this game, as in life, takes a long time to build, but only a moment to break. And if you've lost it, you're running out of time to build it back. And without it, well, you might find yourself sitting over there. Grab your stuff, everybody. Off you go. Have a good night, everybody.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Monday on Survivor SA. You all want to know what you're playing for?
Yes.
The good folks of Afrihost will connect you via video call to your loved one.
Flex needs to go home so that Philip comes home to where he belongs, in my arms.
Everybody straight into the zone. Once again, it takes just one small lapse in focus for your dreams of immunity to be dashed.
I've had the most amazing time. I had advantages, I played them incorrectly. I still have one in my bag. I'm happy and I'm proud. Like that's really what's going through my head. I'm really excited that the guys made that move.
Simply wielding too much power. Sorry, but you can't have that.
And so here it is. It would have given me a 50% chance of immunity. And let's see what will happen. Safe!